and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. So right now I am GSC Petaling Jaya to check out the GAC GS3 Enzoom. So now it's currently in the preview stages. The prices are not announced yet, but I've been told that there will be two variants available for the GS3 Enzoom. So today I'm going to bring you walk through around this car because today is my first time seeing the GS3 Enzoom in person. So the GS3 Enzoom, the competitor is a B segment crossover, competes with the X50 HRV as well as the Chery Omoda 5. So this is the exterior styling of the GS3 Enzoom. It's a very sporty design, as you can see. It looks very different from any other B segment crossover in Malaysia. It's a very daring design. This is typical Chinese brand car. They will do it whenever they can. So as you can see, the headlight cluster right there is a very sharp design, and when the indicators are on, it's a two triangular shape, which gives it a very sportier appeal. And this being a R style, okay? So as you can see, the badges right here says R style. So you get some orange bits contrast with this blue color, and this blue color looks very stunning. So the grille right here is the straight design together with these three orange signifies this is the R style variant. As you can see, the bonnet cut lines are here, so it doesn't use the clamshell design. So this part is plastic, this one is metal. The GAC logo, and this houses the 360-degree front camera. This houses the ADAS system, comes with adaptive cruise control with auto braking together with the radar cameras on top. So it gets the front parking sensors. This is the fog lights, gloss black trims, and these are the front lip design. It's actually functional. So for the side, you see the front there is not straight cut, there's some angular design to give it a very sporty appeal. So the rims right here is 18-inch in finished in grey, 225, 55, 18-inch. These are China brand tires, front disc brakes, McPherson strut suspension system. So let me close the door. Very solid doors. R-style badging. So this is the side mirrors, very sporty. As you can see, you get this dual layer design. And also the signal housing right here is the 3D kind of design instead of built-in. Down here is a 360-degree camera. Okay. And the side mirrors also finished in a very unique shape. It's not like square or rounded, it's very angular, very sporty design. As you can see, the door handles right here is the hidden type, whereas whereby you lock the car, the door handle goes in or when you start driving. And you get keyless entry for both front doors, very thoughtful. And when you open the doors actually covers until here, so when there's a mud, it won't dirty your shoes. So this is the side profile of the GAC GS3 Enzoom. About the size of the X50, slightly longer. You get a roof rack right here with some orange inserts. The B pillar is matte finish instead of gloss black, but here it gives you a bit of dual tone design. As you can see, the A pillar is blackened out. So the rear gets disc brakes, and the rear suspension is a torsion beam setup. If you notice. So this is the rear look of the GAC GS3 Enzoom. The taillights is very characteristic. Two triangular shape, signals is in bulb, and this is your reverse light. As you can see, the inside the details is quite nice in my opinion. Very sporty, and there's a reflector on the sides. And this being an R-style variant, you see the diffuser is very pronounced, and there's a 2 exhaust tips. One actually has a valve. It has a built-in Valvetronic exhaust system. You get power tailgates, GSC, GS3 Enzoom. The third brake light is right here. A bit of F1 styling, and this very pronounced rear spoiler. The C pillar right here is also, usually the car maker will make it gloss black, but GSC motor actually give it some design touches. So this part doesn't feel very boring. It's just one piece of gloss black like the one in the Chery Omoda 5. So very thoughtful, makes the car look more sporty. And the window lines is actually quite tall. So as you can see, the car body and the window ratios, the car body is a bit taller. Okay, so now let's check out the engine bay, shall we? So the engine bay, you need to pop up here. This is the fuel cap. So this is the engine bay of the GSC GS3 Enzoom. So it's powered by 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine paired with a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. So this is a very typical powertrain you'll find in any B-segment SUV in Malaysia. The HRV 1.5 liter turbo CVT, Proton X50 1.5 liter turbo 3-cylinder DCT, Chery Omoda 5 1.5 liter turbo CVT, and this 1.5 liter turbo sourced by Mega Wave Power paired with a DCT gearbox. The power figure is 177 PS or 174 horsepower and 270 Newton meters of torque, slightly higher than the Proton X50. So as you can see the engine bay, this is actually the intercooler, is the water cooled. As you can see the coolant is right here, the battery is right here. So one good news about the GSC GS3 Enzoom is this doesn't come with the auto start stop system. So the battery right here, you do not need to replace the battery with those auto start stop prioritized. So it's cheaper to replace. And the air intake is right here. So when you go through some very flat surface, maybe you can go a bit higher, but you have a risk to damage the radar module right here. So it's not advised to go through around floods. But then the ride height of this car is enough to go through some bad road surface. So I haven't test drive the car. I will test drive whenever there's a test drive unit available. So there's engine mountings. The turbocharger is located at the back of the engine. You get some heat insulation cover. The bonnet is metal and doesn't have a hydraulic struts. You need to use this stick to hold it. And the fit and finish is very good. China cars, they now all have very solid and uniform fit and finish. You do not see any misaligned panel, and everything is related to the design language. As you can see, you get a V shape in some straight cut. So all they do is to make the car look very sporty. So the wiper blades are right here, and these are some soundproofing material, I suppose. So let's get inside the car. So you get power seat for the driver's side. Passenger is the manual adjust type. So you get 6-way back. This is the position, height. Okay, so you get airbags for the seats. The seat combination is full leather with 2 color, blue and black. Okay, let's sit inside the car. Close the door. So you get auto headlights. So now let's start with the doors first. The materials right here is soft touch plastic, really nice. And this is a tweeter. This is the sound system brand that we never heard before, DTS sound system. And this is some kind of laser cut technology. So when you look at it from far, it looks like those will come from the Mercedes-Benz. Alright. This part, black leather finish with some patterning. Very thoughtful. It contrast with the design language of the exterior. Very nice. There are some story to be told here. All four windows gets automatic in both directions, central locking, side mirror folding. This is the door handle. Although it's plastic, but it's very solid door handle. So down here you get some door pockets. Okay, you can put some cups. And this part, you get a DTS sound system badging, speaker grill. This is your headlight leveling. Let me adjust the seat a bit back so that you can see the interior more detail. So the pedals right here are not organ type like you found in the Chery Omoda 5, but then the footwell is very spacious because this center console doesn't intrude to the driver position too much, so I still get enough leg room for the driver side. Here you still get a very subtle footrest. Okay. So the dashboard layout. These are how the Chinese car company design their cars currently. Two big screens. Okay. This is the screen that houses your meter display, all sorts of driver information. This is your infotainment display. Supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Dashboard right here still gets some design elements. Makes it look very sporty. There's your sensor for the auto headlights. Dashboard material is soft touch with some stitchings going on. This part also soft touch leather with this blue stitching and some lines going on and some trim pieces to make the interior look more young and fashion. The aircon vents right here is a bit flimsy to operate, but it's fine. At least the design looks good in picture, also in person. Gloss black creates a wrap around design. Steering wheel manually adjusted by supports tilt and telescopic, but it doesn't have pedal shifter. But the gear knob right here you can put into S, so you go to more sportier setup. This is your display. This to control the Bluetooth telephones. This to turn on and off the exhaust valve. This I suppose is the drive mode selector. Okay, the buttons feels very nice to click. This I suppose to adjust the adaptive cruise control and all the distance. Steering wheel, leather wrap, very nice, and perforated section, left and right. This the markings like those in the sports car. I would be appreciate if this is finished in red, so it feels more F1-ish. And this part right here, quite solid, and the fit and finish is quite alright. Okay, doesn't make any weird noise. Wiper is right here. Also comes with auto wipers. Signal, this is your fog light. So the screen right here, very big, and the design is not just full square touchscreen, it still have some design elements going on. And I don't know what this serves for, to be honest. This is the hazard light switch. Okay, the meter is right here. Shows the car graphic and the signal sound. Very special. And this is very special kind of material. Okay, when you twist, because it's not exactly rounded. Okay, this part is gloss black. And this is the button to control your aircon. Thank God there still retains physical buttons right here instead of the Chery Omoda 5. All are finished with touchscreen, which I not personally prefer. Different modes, front and rear defrost. The buttons feels very nice to the touch. This is to control the fan speed. You get a wireless charging here, and you get rubberized mat, so it won't make noise when you put something here. This is your cup holder. Okay, but this part is blocked out. You only can put some cups, or the phone is being straight up put like this. This is your electronic gear shifter, and this part is something like a crystal kind of design, very thoughtful. for a sub 130,000 ringgit China brand vehicle. This is your parking. And the feedback of operating this gear stock is very positive, very high quality in my opinion. And it's not too tiny as the BMW's new generation crystal gear knob. So the quality is very nice. And electronic parking brake right here. And the armrest, quite deep in my opinion, but inside doesn't have any padded, so when you put your things it might make some noise and you cannot slide forward and back. This part is soft touch leather, so you can rest your legs right here. Down here you get some patterning. Alright, there's a 12-volt socket and a USB. Okay, it's a USB type C. So the seat, after I sit here, I noticed that this seat is very soft and very comfortable. The side bolster is enough to support my side, so when I go some very aggressive driving, it should be hold my body well. So this part, unfortunately, is the fast drop type. It doesn't have the hydraulic. Inside is considered quite okay, quite deep. You get some room light, and this is the panoramic sunroof, which you get in the X50 as well. And two sun visor gets a light. And the rear view mirror here is a manual dimming type. And let me check. Okay, I didn't find any USB ports to mount your dash cam here. Okay. But overall, the interior, I quite like the design. It's not too overly done. Okay, it's a very sporty approach, to be honest, and it's all-round airbags. Let's get to these seats. So the door opening is almost 90 degrees. In and out is quite easy. So seat at the back, one thing you notice, the seat back angle is quite slanted for a B segment crossover. So legroom get about 1 fist. Legroom is about this much, so it's considered quite spacious in my opinion. I'm not really tall as well, I'm around 170-ish. So legroom and headroom is enough. Thanks to a panoramic sunroof, it gives you more illusion of light and space. You get seat pockets for both sides, but this part has additional small pockets. It's closed. This part unfortunately is hard plastic, cost saving. This is leather wrap with some patterning, same as the front seat. Automatic window, both directions. You get a very big rear aircon vent, which is generous, and there's a USB port down here. And one thing good about the GAC GS3 is the center tunnel is flat, so you can see a middle passenger here, quite comfortable. And forgot to mention the start-stop button right there is finished in a very solid metal finishing.
Actually, this one got 2 layers, 3 layers actually. 3 is a square.
And the seat bench is rather full length, supports my thigh. Okay, the seat bench is soft, not very hard. So sitting for town usage is very suitable and quite comfy as well. And the front seat aren't as large, so when you sit at the back, the visibility is not affected. There's a door pockets here. And this part really doesn't intrude too much, so if you get out from the car, it's quite easy. There's a child lock right here. So there's a power tailgate, so you press a button underneath this. So notice this tailgate here, the boot space doesn't have the partial shelf because the rear seat is quite slanted, so there's very limited space to put the tonneau cover. So the seat can be fold down 60-40. Down here you get a space saver spare tire. And this board right here, actually you can raise it. So it folds a flat loading space. Just press this to lock. So what you guys think about this GAC GS3 Enzoom? Do comment down and let me know, and I apologize for the video quality because I filmed this quite last minute and also my first time seeing this car in person. So if there's any misinformation, I do apologize with that. And that marks out my walk around video of this GAC GS3 Enzoom. So if you want to check out this car, you can come over to GAC Motors at Petaling Jaya. I'll put the address in the description below and you can come check out this car in person. So 2 specs, this is the R style. So signing off, cheers.